Hello, and welcome back to Witchy Ways for Modern Days. This is your host, Brittany from Winslow Naturals, and today's episode is one I know many people I've spoken with have been waiting for. It is the Gemini episode of our astrology series. Oh boy. So, last time's episode was on the steady earth that is Taurus, the sign that helps to teach us how to root and build and embody our value and pleasure in the physical world. Taurus is a sign that slows us down. It reminds us stability can equal magic, that patience can create abundance in ways that fire element, Aries we talked about, never could. But eventually, as we pass through Taurus, once the body's fed and the ground feels safe beneath our feet, something else begins to stir in the wheel. Curiosity, questions, a restless voice that asks, what else is out there? And that voice belongs to the sign Gemini. Now, Gemini is mutable air. It's movement. It is a conversation sign. It's exchange. So whereas Taurus anchors us in our bodies, Gemini lifts into the mind. It's the energy of information moving, of words forming, of ideas jumping from one person to another like sparks. Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury, which is the planet of communication, intellect, language. In mythology, Mercury, or if we are talking about the Greek pantheon tradition, Hermes, was the divine messenger. It was the deity that could move between worlds, the realm of gods, humans, even the underworld. And that ability to move between spaces is truly Gemini's deepest magic. Gemini is a sign that connects things that appear separate. It translates, it observes, it gathers information and redistributes it in different ways. This is the archetype of the storyteller. Gemini is the journalist, the trickster, the student who never stops asking questions. But Gemini also carries duality. It is the symbol of the twins. So the symbol of the twins represents the reality that the mind can hold multiple perspectives at one time. Gemini understands contradiction in a way that other zodiac signs struggle with. It can see both sides. It can shift viewpoints quickly. It can change its mind without feeling like its identity is threatened by doing so. At its best, Gemini is brilliant. It is curious, it's adaptable, it's quick thinking. At its shadow, so at its potential worst, Gemini can scatter. It can overthink. It can avoid emotional depth by staying in the realm of ideas and the mind only. Now, let's do what we've been doing, and we're going to bring this sign through the planets and the placements. So pull up your birth chart. Hopefully you've already done it if you've been following with the series. Pull up your birth chart, see where you have Gemini, and let's get into it. When your sun is in Gemini, so remember, sun is the sign most people know. That's the sign that we respond to and we tell people. When your sun's in Gemini, your identity is shaped through your curiosity and connection. You learn who you are by interacting with the world around you, talking, by reading, exploring, exchanging ideas. Gemini suns often have very quick minds and playful energy. You are very rarely satisfied with just one interest or one path. In magic, this is a placement that excels at spellcraft involving language. This can be written petitions or sigils or spoken charms, divination, information magic, really. So the lesson for Gemini Sun is depth, learning when to stay with something long enough for it to transform you, not bouncing back and forth between things. When your moon is in Gemini, your emotions move through your mind first. You process your feelings by talking about them, analyzing them, and understanding them on an intellectual level. So emotional safety will often come through conversation and mental stimulation. So silence can feel very uncomfortable for this placement. In ritual work, this is a moon that thrives with journaling or spoken intentions or spells involving breath and or sound. So the shadow here is going to be about intellectualizing your emotions instead of fully feeling them. Your emotions need to live deeper in the body, and you're going to struggle with that ultimately. If your Mercury is in Gemini, this is a really good thing because this is the home territory for it. Your thoughts move rapidly. Your ideas can multiply. Communication is lively. It can be clever. You can be very witty. You might be the person who always knows a little bit about everything. Magic with this placement will thrive on language, incantations, sigil crafting, spoken affirmations. The lesson here for you is slowing your mind when it's necessary so that clarity can emerge. Your mind might be moving a bit too fast for you to keep up. When your Venus is in Gemini, love is playful and curious. You are attracted to humor and conversation and intelligence. Mental connection for you is just as important as physical attraction. And your relationships must feel dynamic. If you have a stagnant partnership, it will quickly lose its appeal for you. In magic, attraction spells will benefit from flirtation, wordplay, communication. The growth here for you will be about learning emotional presence beyond that intellectual connection. So, bringing your emotions into it and not just what you think about the person. If your Mars is in Gemini, action comes through communication. Gemini is all about talking. My goodness. So you argue with your words, not your fists. Conflict might show up as debates or verbal sparring or sarcasm. Energy can scatter between multiple interests, making your focus challenging at times. In spellwork, having Mars in Gemini will help you to benefit from spells spoken aloud. Chant-based rituals can be good for you, or magical writing. The lesson will be about your follow-through, completing what your curiosity begins. Finishing spells might be a little bit difficult. You got to work on that. All right, let's take a quick pause, because if you are listening to this podcast, chances are your magic deserves tools that actually meet you where you are. If you aren't already aware, I am part owner of Winslow Naturals, a small family-owned metaphysical shop creating handcrafted ritual oils, candles, sprays, soaks, and spiritual tools, each one made with intention, experience, and deep respect for the craft. These aren't mass-produced products. Every one of our blends is thoughtfully formulated for real-life magic, whether you're working with deities, doing shadow work, calling in abundance, or just protecting your peace in this chaotic world. I also offer personal tarot readings, aura readings, spirit guide confirmations, distance Reiki, and chakra healing sessions for those of you looking for deeper insight, energetic support, and one-on-one spiritual care. If you're ready to elevate your practice with tools, readings, and healing work from people who truly understand the craft, visit Winslow Naturals at winslownaturals.com or find us on TikTok, where we go live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And if it's your first time ordering, you can use code Witchy Ways to get 10% off your first website order. Because your magic deserves to be supported intentionally, ethically, and powerfully. Now, when your Jupiter is in Gemini, expansion will happen through knowledge, education, teaching, travel, intellectual exploration between pathways to growth. These are going to be things that come easily for you. You may naturally gather information and you share it with other people. Prosperity magic tied to this placement, tied to learning, networking, can be very powerful here. If your Saturn is in Gemini, early in your life, your mind might feel quite restricted. It might feel suppressed. You may have experienced challenges around communicating or challenges with your education or expressing yourself or ideas. So over time, this placement creates a profound intellectual discipline. You learn to think carefully. You speak very intentionally. You value truth. Doing magic here will benefit from structured study and thoughtful wording, really considering what you're doing magically before you perform the ritual. When your Uranus is in Gemini, innovation will come through ideas and sometimes technology. So this is a placement that disrupts outdated ways of sharing knowledge. On a personal level, it can bring sudden insights or unusual perspectives, rebellious minds. Ritual here thrives in experimentation and unconventional spellcraft. If your Neptune is in Gemini, imagination blends with intellect. The mind can wander into fantasy, poetry, storytelling, dream work. Communication can feel intuitive for you or mystical. The challenge is distinguishing and deciphering your inspiration from illusion. Magic tied to dreams, storytelling, and symbolic language will resonate strongly in this placement. When Pluto is in Gemini, transformation occurs through information. Your words have immense power. Conversations can change lives. This is a placement that can reveal hidden truths, secrets, patterns through dialogue or through research. The shadow work for you here will involve confronting misinformation and pushing away manipulation from people who might think you're an easy target. And now let's talk about the karmic axis. So we're going to talk about the North Node in Gemini. If that's the placement you have, your soul is learning, actively learning, curiosity, and openness. You might come from past lifetimes or early patterns of rigid belief systems. Growth requires asking questions, listening to other people, allowing multiple perspectives to exist. The lesson for you is about humility in knowledge, really listening and blending and taking in. If your South Node is in Gemini, you may already feel very comfortable navigating information, communication. It's very easy to you. But your growth will ask you to develop deeper wisdom, to move beyond surface level facts into meaningful understanding. And that is the key to your growth here. And then we reach Lilith, of course. When Lilith is in Gemini, there can be wounds around voice, truth. Maybe you had thoughts that were dismissed earlier in life. Your words were twisted, your curiosity punished. This is a placement that refuses to be silenced forever. There is immense power in reclaiming your voice and speaking your truth even when it disrupts your comfort. Magic fueled by Lilith and Gemini often manifests through writing, storytelling, or speaking what other people are scared to say. At its heart, Gemini reminds us that magic is all about communication. Every spell is a message sent into the universe. Every intention is language that is shaped into energy. Gemini is the sign that teaches us how to craft those messages carefully, cleverly, and with creativity. But Gemini is a sign that also reminds us that information alone is not wisdom. Knowledge must eventually meet experience. And that is where we are headed in the next episode. Next, we are going to move from the mind into the heart's deeper waters as we step into Cancer, the sign of home, emotion, memory, and ancestral roots. We're going to go from curiosity to feeling. I will see you there next time, friends. Have a wonderful week, safe, happy, and healthy. Blessed be.